Today we see how to find gradient, divergence and curl in orthogonal curvilinear coordinate system. Okay, we want to have general expressions for gradient, divergence and curl in the curvilinear coordinate system. The gradient. Suppose we are moving from a point to another point, that is q1, q2, q3, that is this point, to q1 plus dq1, q2 plus dq2 plus dq3, that is another point B. A scalar function changes, the scalar function defined in this space, which is psi, that changes by this d psi, that is equal to dou psi dou q1 dq1, dou psi dou q2 dq2, dou psi dou q3 dq3. And we can, why we are writing like this? Because psi is a function of q1, q2 and q3. Okay, now we can write it as a dot product. The same thing can be written as a dot product. That is d psi is equal to del psi dot dr. Okay, del psi, that gives the gradient, the change, dot dr in this direction, the direction of the displacement A to B. Okay, that gives the change d psi, that is equal to del psi dot dr. And dr we know, that is h1 dq1 unit vector q1, h2 dq2 unit vector q2, h3 dq3 unit vector q3. Okay, and del psi, its components are del psi first component q1 unit vector q1, then del psi unit vector q2, then del psi 3 unit vector q3. So this is what del psi is, and we are taking del psi dot dr. Okay, we are taking del psi dot dr. Dr is this, and del psi we have seen. So d psi, that will be the dot product of del phi and dr, and it is given by del psi q1 h1 dq1, del psi q2 the q2 component h2 dq2, del psi the q3 component h3 dq3. And when we compare with this one, okay, we are comparing with this, so we will get del psi the q1 component as equal to 1 by h1 dou psi dou q1, del psi q2 that is equal to 1 by h2 dou psi dou q2, del psi q3 that is equal to 1 by h3 dou psi dou q3. Okay, so we have got the components. These are the components, and using that we can write del psi as 1 by h1 dou psi dou q1 unit vector q1, 1 by h2 dou psi dou q2 unit vector q2, 1 by h3 dou psi dou q3 unit vector q3. So this is our del psi, the gradient of a scalar function. Now the divergence. We are taking the Gauss divergence theorem. What it says is integral volume del dot v d tau, that is equal to integral surface v d sigma. This is Gauss divergence theorem. This is on the left hand side we have volume integral, and on the right hand side we have the surface integral. And S is the closed surface enclosing the volume. S is this integration over the surface, that is integration over the closed surface enclosing the volume. So del dot V, that is equal to limit this integral d tau tends to 0, integral surface V dot d sigma integral d tau. Now we consider here the del dot V that we are taking outside the integral, because in this small volume integral d tau, or in this volume here, in this volume we assume that del dot V is constant. So that's how we take the del dot V outside. Okay, so we can write del dot V as equal to limit the surface integral V dot d sigma over integral d tau. Now we consider a small volume, the d tau, the integral d tau, that is a small volume that we are considering. Here you can see the volume considered, the three coordinates q1 constant, q2 constant, q1 constant, q2 constant, q3 constant, and we know this is the q1 coordinate curve, and this is the q2 coordinate curve, and this is the q3 coordinate curve. Okay, q1 coordinate curve, q2 coordinate curve, and q3 coordinate curves, along which the q1, q2 and q3 are changing. And we are considering this small volume here. Okay, so we are considering a small volume here, and the corresponding surfaces, the surface enclosing the volume. Okay, we are going to evaluate this integral surface V dot d sigma. We take the pairs of faces q1 constant and q1 plus dq1 constant. Okay, what is q1 constant surface? This is what is it? Yes, this is q1 constant surface, and the corresponding bottom surface q1 plus dq1 constant surface. Okay, that is there. We are considering these two. Okay, V dot d sigma, we are taking the scalar product of V, the vector V with the d sigma. And what is the area vector d sigma? That will be h2 dq2, h3 dq3 minus of unit vector q1. Okay, h2 dq2, h3 dq3 minus of unit vector q1. You know, when we take an area vector, this is the area that we consider. This is the direction which q1 increasing. So this is opposite, the normal to the surface. That is opposite to q1. So why we are saying, that's why we are saying this as minus of q1 cap. Okay, and its edges. What are the edges? Here we have h2 dq2. Okay, along this q2 is changing, so h2 dq2, and q3 is changing in this fashion here. So that will be h3 dq3. That will be h3 dq3. So edges are h2 dq2 and h3 dq3, and this area of the top surface will be h2 h3 dq2 dq3. So that's what we have written here. Okay, minus q1, you know, the area is a vector, it's a direction normal to the surface. So when you take v dot d sigma, you will be getting this v1. Why only v1? Because this has got only q1. So minus v1 h2 h3 dq2 dq3. Okay, minus v1 h2 h3 dq2 dq3. So this is the top surface, and When we take the bottom surface, contribution from the bottom surface, this surface, or the bottom surface here, there Q1 plus dQ1, that is constant because Q1 changes by dQ1. Okay, so we have V1 H2 H3 dQ2 dQ3 on the top surface, and it is varying like this: dou by dou Q1 of V1 H2 H3 dQ2 dQ3 into dQ1. Okay, so this is what the contribution from the bottom surface. Okay, dou by dou Q1 of V1 H2 H3, this same thing, V1 H2 H3 dQ2 dQ3 into dQ1. Okay, so this is the rate of change into dQ1 will be changing by dQ1. So we have this. So this is the contribution from the bottom surface, and as expected this will get cancelled and we will be left with only this. Now for the pair of surfaces Q2 constant and Q2 plus dQ2 constant, we get a contribution minus V2 H3 H1 dQ3 dQ1, okay, minus, and this same fashion like this we have written, and this will get cancelled and we have this. Now for the pair of phases at Q3 constant and Q3 plus dQ3 constant, we get a contribution like this, minus V3 this. As this get cancelled, we have dou by dou Q3 of this. Okay. So we have, when we add all of this, all the contribution from all the three pairs of surfaces, we will be getting this integral surface V dot d sigma equal to dou by dou Q1 of this, dou by dou Q2 of this, dou by dou Q3 of this. And using that we are finding del dot V. What will be del dot V? That will be integral surface V dot d sigma d tau. So integral surface the V dot d sigma H1 H2 H3 dQ1 dQ2 dQ3. So we have to divide it by this H1 H2 H3 dQ1 dQ2 dQ3. This will get cancelled and we have this 1 by H1 H2 H3 of this. Okay, 1 by H1 H2 H3 of this. So this is the expression for divergence. Okay. Okay, this is the expression for divergence. Then for the Laplacian, that is, we have del dot del phi. When we take del dot del phi, we will be getting del square phi. That is called del square is the Laplacian. So del square phi, that is going to be given by this. Here we have taken the for V1 we have taken 1 by H1 dou psi by dou Q1. For V2 we will be taking this 1 by H2. For V3 we will be taking this 1 by H3 dou psi dou Q3. Okay, VH3 dou psi dou Q3. So this is the Laplacian. Now for so we have found gradient, divergence and the Laplacian. Now when we find the curl, we start from the Stokes theorem. We know a surface integral, this is a surface integral, del cross V dot d sigma. Okay, that is this is line integral V dot dr. Now if this d sigma is very small, I am writing this d sigma as d sigma unit vector. Okay, d sigma vector, that is written as d sigma unit vector n. And if everywhere del cross V is a constant, I can take del cross V outside. So del cross V dot n, that will be limit integral d sigma tends to 0. because that area that we are considering is very small. Line integral of V dot d sigma. Okay, line integral of not V d sigma, this is dr over, so line integral of the V. Here n is a unit vector normal to the area element d sigma. Okay, so as we did in the last case, we are writing. So we are finding del cross V dot q1. Okay, del cross V dot q1. That is the first component of the del cross V. So we are taking this surface, the top surface. We are taking this top surface. This surface we are taking. This is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. Okay, this surface we are considering. Okay, where the Q1 is a constant. Okay, where the Q1 is a constant. And these sides are H2 dQ2, H3 dQ3 here, AB and AD, AB and AD. So this is written as integral V Q1 Q2 Q3 dot dr. Okay, integral, this is line integral. So we are actually traveling like this. We start from A, move to B, then move to C, then move to D, then move to A. Okay. Now for AB, we can write this as V2 H2 dQ2, because this is H2 dQ2. Okay, Q2 changing by dQ2, but this side is H2 dQ2, the scale factor into dQ2. Okay. So here the component is V2 of the vector. The component is V2 because we are here considering the Q2 curve. Okay. So we have this V2 H2 dQ2 here. Then we have, for this edge we have V3 H3 dQ3. Okay, for this edge. Now for corresponding to that, for this one, AD we know that is the component along in this direction is V3 H3 dQ3. But we don't know what is the component here. That will be V3 H3 dQ3 plus dou by dou Q2. Okay, dou by dou Q2 of this V3 H3 dQ3 into dQ2. Okay, into dQ2. So that is written here. So that is for BC. Okay, this is for AB, this is for BC. Then for CD, we know we have V2H2 dQ2 here. So V2H2 dQ2 plus dou by dou Q3 of V2H2 dQ3 into V2H2 dQ2 into dQ3. That is for, this side. Here it is V2H2 dQ2 and here it will be dou by dou Q3 of V2H2. Okay, V2H2 dQ2 into dQ3. So that is written here. Then for the last one, dA it will be minus of minus V3H3 dQ3 because we are moving in the opposite direction. Actually Q3 is increasing in this direction. Okay, Q2 is increasing in direction, Q3 is increasing in this direction, and we are coming in the opposite direction. So we have taken negative sign here. Okay, so we have taken negative sign here, and as they combine, certain terms will get cancelled, these terms will get cancelled, and we will be left with only this dou by dou Q2 of H3 V3 minus dou by dou Q3 of H2 V2 dQ2 dQ3. We want to find this component del cross V component. So that will be line integral of V dot dr d sigma, and d sigma that is given by H2 H3 dQ2 dQ3. So we have this H2 H3 here, dou by dou Q2 of H3 V3 minus dou Q3 dou by dou Q3 of H2 V2. Okay, dou by dou Q3 of H2 V2. Okay, so this is the first component, and same way we find the second component. Second component will be this 1 by H3 H1 dou by dou Q3 of H1 V1 minus dou by dou Q1 of H3 V3. Third component, same way, 1 by H1 H2 dou by dou Q1 of H2 V2 minus dou by dou Q2 of H1 V1. Okay, so these are the three components. Then they can be, all these can be combined in this fashion. Del cross V will be equal to 1 by H1 H2 H3 Q1 H1 Q2 H2 Q3 H3. These are all unit vectors. Dou by dou Q1 dou by dou Q2 dou by dou Q3. We have H1 V1 H2 V2 and H3 V3. Okay, and when we determine this, this is actually a determinant, not a matrix. Okay, this is actually a determinant. So as we evaluate this, we will be getting the thing that we require. Okay, when we evaluate this, we will be getting the different components, required components. So this is the expression for del cross V. So we have the gradient, we have the divergence, we have the curl. All these are very important equations that we need for our later use.